Welcome to Sonographers in the Cities, where we connect through sound with your hosts, Lynn and Geselle. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sonographers in the Cities. I'm Lynn.
And I'm Geselle.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our second episode of 2024. We have a lot of new things to share to you. But first, let's get started what this episode is going to be all about.
Yeah, happy 2024. Thank you guys so much for listening. We are going to start off this year since last week you guys were listening to our goals and stuff like that. We're going to start this year off with like a positive, feel good episode. And we asked you guys to be part of it. So thank you guys for messaging in, sending us your responses. But today we're going to talk about why we love ultrasound and why you guys love ultrasound. And this is going to be so exciting because it's a brand new year. We want to talk about things that make us feel good. And if you guys heard from the last episode, last year I was struggling to find why I love ultrasound, or I guess to remember why I love ultrasound, because you guys know I do love it. I mean, it's a career that I worked hard for to be here. And all of you guys are working hard to get there too. But we just have to remember why we started in the beginning, why we love it, what brought us to ultrasound. So, Liz, why do you love ultrasound?
Okay, let's see if my answer differs from last time we talked. I love ultrasound because it is the first step in diagnosing a patient. When a patient comes in, they explain the symptoms to the doctor or the provider. The first thing the provider would suggest is, an appropriate imaging modality. And most of the times it is ultrasound. If there's any constraints to ultrasound, then they would do another imaging modality. But most of the time, it is ultrasound that they go to, which means that we get to be the first ones to see and investigate what is going on with them and help them solve their, hopefully, solve their issues. And then another reason is that you can see into the human body live.
Real time, I think is what they say. Like,
yes, real time, right? Yes.
Yeah, live, real time.
Yes.
I hope the patient's alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, since ultrasound sonography is very operator dependent, like you're that person to see inside. It's your magical powers.
Yeah, I love that. See, it feels so good when you talk about the reasons why you love ultrasound.
Yes. How about you, Geselle? Why do you re-love ultrasound?
Re-love. I know I had to, well, okay, you guys know I've been doing this for a little while, not as long as a lot of people out there. But I have been doing it for a little while now. Like this year will be my 7 years of doing ultrasound. And for many of you who don't know or who are new here, I started off in a really, really busy hospital. I got to work at the hospital I really wanted to work at, which was my clinical site. And I just loved it every single moment. I remember just being like, wow, this is what I get to do. I get to help people and, take images. I remember back in the day, I was like, I just can't believe I could do this and be part of this, because I wanted to be a nurse in the past, but that didn't work out for me. And I'm glad it didn't, because this is what I ultimately feel like I was meant to do. I think that's what I love about ultrasound is every person that does it feels like it's something that they've been wanting to do, and they want to do it because they like it. How many people can say that about their job? And it's not necessarily a job if you like it. Like it's a career, and they tell you when you're younger, like if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life, right?
Yeah.
And I guess I never really understood what that meant, but being an ultrasound, I think I finally understood what that meant. It's something that I feel confident doing, even though you have to build your confidence to get to
Mhm.
that point. When someone compliments me on XYZ, like I can tell you love your job, or I can tell you're good at this, or you know what you're doing. That right there is why I love ultrasound, because I get that from patients and I get that from other sonographers and students. I guess I'm a words of affirmation person. So if I have a career that gives me that ability,
Mhm.
that's what I love about ultrasound. I'm helping patients and also doing something that I really love to do. So if you guys feel that way about ultrasound and like that's the reason why you're going into this because you want to help others, I think I think that's a really good confirmation that you are in the right place and you're doing the right thing. For those who don't feel that way, sometimes you have to kind of find your why. Why are you doing it? And that fits
Mhm.
into why you love what you do. So that's my kind of long but short explanation.
That's awesome. I
Yeah,
think I think your answer differs since last time.
I think so
It's
too.
it's not as long. Maybe last year had made you realize more things.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think too, when you work somewhere that's super busy
Mhm.
and like you're not always being basically affirmed, or like a lot of things kind of happen to make you feel like, oh, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And it was just like one thing after another after another. And then on top of that, like we said before, was not talking to each other about it.
Mhm.
This is why we said like therapy is like really good to have. I think you lose sight of things. This would be mostly important for students out there because you tend to want to give up a lot as a student, I think.
Mhm.
If I gave up back in the day when I felt that way all the time, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I have to literally tell myself that maybe last year I was in those kinds of moments. And I remember feeling like, who can I ask to help me get through this and stuff like that. I did talk a lot to my coworkers. They were feeling the same way, but in a different way. And so I think it's just the world right now. Everyone is so busy. I see from the Discord that everyone's been talking about how busy it's been in the ERs. And because of this season, this last cold season and flu season was wild. And even last summer was pretty wild and busy. So that kind of deterred me from a lot of things and hurting my arm and all that stuff. But I have to be positive about it. And I have to look and remember why I started, which is what we used to say all the time in our old
Yes.
podcast episodes,
Mhm.
which to push people through their hard times.
Yes.
And
I
that's what I love
think
about it.
I think like why you love ultrasound and what is your why kind of like goes hand in hand, and it's really your answer that helps you to persevere through wherever, what part of your sonography journey is, whether you're a student, you had a bad grade, and you got to remember yourself why you're doing this, why you chose this program, why you chose this career. And then for those of us who are working, when you have like myself had a toxic work environment or feeling very demotivated because you're not being affirmed or being validated or being appreciated from where you're like what you're doing at work, you got to think of again why you love ultrasound, why'd you go in here, and um what it is about it that you love. It's just that reasoning that you have that would push you to get to where you want to be or out of where you are and into a better place that deserves you as a sonographer.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to put it. And when you said that, it reminded me actually, uh, when I came back from my FMLA, because I did
Mhm.
go out on FMLA last year for probably about 6 to 8 weeks or so. I was really stressed out during that time. And when I had come back,
I
oh,
remember
you
because
remember?
we did FaceTime each other, and
Yeah.
then Giselle was on a rant.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty bad. Like I was so stressed every day. And people think that FMLA is like they think it's a vacation, but a lot of times it's not. And I remember my boss had asked me like when I came back, maybe like a couple weeks after that, and he was
Mhm.
like, "Do you still love ultrasound?" because he knew how much I loved ultrasound. Well,
Mhm.
love now, but like at that time, he knew how much I loved ultrasound, right? And I remember that day, like I was like, I don't know. I said, I don't know, because that's how I was feeling. I was so
Right.
stressed. I didn't know if I really did love ultrasound. We weren't really doing the podcast
Mhm.
consistently, and I wasn't posting on social media. I wasn't vlogging, doing all the things that I felt like fulfilled me. But now I can say, after all this time and after the months of reflection and getting back to less stress, that has reminded me why I love ultrasound. Because if you ask me today, if he asked me today, do you still love ultrasound? I'd be like, yeah. But I mean, stress is something that we're all going to go through, and it's something that is natural to have.
Mhm.
We want to be able to learn how to stress less, right?
Yeah.
And now that obviously our weddings and all that and the holidays and then my arm thing and everything has been coming back to like a normal rift,
Mhm.
I want to get to a point where I focus more on stressing less. Something that's been helping me a lot lately is when we started doing our podcast again,
Yeah.
talking to each other and being able to talk it out and know that I am doing this for a reason.
Mhm.
That helped me realize that okay, I need to do something about this stress.
Right.
And so there's this little thing that
Very
we
little.
very little thing that we heard about. And honestly, I'm just so excited to be able to use it. It's called Magic Mind.
Yes, magic mind.
Yeah. And honestly, I had never heard of it before.
Me neither.
Because this year, like, it's just everything falls into your lap, I feel like, when it's supposed to happen. And a
Right.
lot of things happened last year that I had to go through, I feel like, in order for me to get back to this point where I love ultrasound again. And so knowing that this little bottle called Magic Wine just like kind of fell into our laps, I feel like it's just saying something. It's saying something about what I need to do next in my life
Mhm.
in order to stress less.
Right.
Yeah.
And, be more productive.
And so Magic Mind is this little company, and it's truly based off of like being healthy and boosting your energy. And I feel like our goal this year is to be able to stay consistent with this podcast and stay consistent with social media and helping other people get to where we are today because that's why we started this podcast, right?
Yeah.
And I feel
And
like
also to raise ultrasound awareness.
yeah, and raise ultrasound awareness to those who don't know anything about ultrasound.
Yes.
But I just love knowing that we are helping so many people. And I feel like with all the stress that we had last year, Magic Mind is there to help us with that. Because the
Mhm.
cutest little thing, when I opened this package and when I saw this package that we got in the mail, it's so
Look how cute
cute.
it is.
Yes, it's
It's
the
it's
cutest thing.
literally like a how many ounces? It's 2 fluid ounce. It's like your, what is it, like a shot, a
Yeah,
productivity shot.
yeah.
So I take it as a shot, like literally like
Okay.
alcohol shot. Wow, Giselle, I know she sips, and I
Yeah.
just go, whoop, and then get ready to start my day.
I love that. I'm not really good at taking shots, so I think that's why I sip it. But it's just so cute. And the
What
first
does that
thing,
say about me if you say you're not good at taking shots and here I
oh,
am taking
you must be good at taking shots. But it's like the cutest thing, and
I know.
it says do more, stress less.
Yes, I love that saying.
I think this really like I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of was meant to be. Um,
Mhm.
and we're at a place in our lives where we want to do more. We want to stress less. And I'm just very thankful for Magic Mind for basically letting us know about their product
Yes.
because if they can help us and obviously we want to help other people,
Mhm.
I obviously would recommend to anyone like if they feel like they need a boost, if they need energy, if they want to be productive, like I would recommend this to people.
Right. And if they, they want to cut back like a little bit of caffeine, that would help too. Like some days I take this alone, some days I take this And then in addition to my coffee later in the day if I need that extra boost. But to me, it does help me focus. What else does it say? Like focus, energy, and productivity. Well, yes, I am very productive now that I'm focused and have the energy. And also the ingredients are super duper healthy. So
Yes,
it's another plus to it too.
it really is. I mean, think about all the things we're putting in our bodies
Right.
that's not healthy. And then we can get this, and it's a lot of healthy stuff, which honestly, I've been wanting to try ashwagandha because all of my coworkers and friends have been talking about that to help them reduce stress. So
Mm-hmm.
to have it in this little bottle with turmeric, which also my
It's very
mo-
good.
is very good. My mother-in-law, they're from Bangladesh, and she told me like she always told me when when she was like cooking, they always cook with turmeric and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And they keep telling me to take it. And like I haven't gotten around to it because like I don't know how to do that stuff. But now that it's in this bottle, it's like so easy to get something that's healthy for you and help you feel better. And to honestly, it says do more, stress less. That's what I want to do.
Right.
So I'm super excited to keep on drinking these little guys, these little cute little bottles. And now
Me too.
they're in Sprouts. Did you know
Yes, they
that?
are in Sprouts Farmers Market. So you can definitely find this in your local Sprouts Farmers Market. And if not, they are available on magicmind.com and Amazon.
Yeah. So honestly, like I'd say to anyone who wants to be productive, get some energy. Honestly, yesterday I was not tired at all. It was crazy. It was crazy all the way till like 11 p.m. I was super focused on
Oh my
everything I was
gosh.
doing. Yeah. And I don't know, I'm just so excited to have this be part of my 2024 like
Me
new
too.
year, new goals.
Yes.
So, yeah. Thank you, Magic Mind.
Yes, thank you so much, Magic Mind. We love that, you support our journey and that you're willing to, support other sonographers like us and our listeners, which
Yeah.
is you guys.
Yeah. So, if you guys are curious too, we do have a code that you could use.
Yes. So obviously you can try them out first in Sprouts Farmers Market, other on their website or Amazon. After you're hooked, you can get a subscription with up to 50% off with our code SONO20, so SONO20, or you can get 20% off on your first purchase.
And honestly, you guys should try it. So I'm so excited to keep this journey going because I'm ready for
Mhm.
2024. I'm ready to stress less and I'm ready to make more content and to talk to Lynn every week and hopefully show how much we love ultrasound because
Yes.
that's how the patients perceive it, right? We love doing what we
Mhm.
do. And when you love doing what you do, people can see it. They like it radiates. And I'm excited
Right.
for that.
I'm very excited too. Like when you love to do what you do, patients see it and they would, the ones who would ask questions and then you would just, talk to them about it. And they're like, oh, they can definitely see that you love what you do. And for those, other people who are just doing was it going through the motions and all stuff, the patients will know too. So,
Yeah. And honestly, my goal, I feel like, is to tell people and to show people, like sonographers and sonography students, is that it's not always easy. Like, this job is really, truly not always easy. I am making it a goal to say, like, even though online says this is the least stressful job you could go into, I don't know who's saying that or why they're saying that. It's a very stressful job. And I just want people to know it's stressful, but you can do it. So, this is why we're using this episode to remind people why we love it, why we went into it, why people enjoy doing what they do. So, we appreciate all of you guys who sent in the reasons why you love ultrasound. And we're just going to kind of go through them and explain at the very end, like our thoughts on what other
mhm.
people are saying. So, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. This is
Okay,
my
I'm
magic.
excited.
I'm like still holding it.
I'm
Because
ready.
it's so cute. It fits in my hand. That's
I
why I'm
know.
just
It's
like,
so cute. I love it. I love the packaging. I love everything. I love how the bottle's so cute. So we're gonna go over your guys' responses. on our social medias, we did ask to tell us just in a couple sentences. We didn't want like whole paragraphs and things like that. But I know that if you guys had the space to give us paragraphs, I know you guys would have told us, you would have given us stories.
We'll get essays.
Yeah, I remember a long time ago we asked a few things and people would send long stuff because those little question things on Instagram only give you a limited amount of space. I told people like maybe in a one or two sentences. So we're gonna begin. I did ask people in our Discord. So if you guys don't know already, we have a Discord full of students in radiology, and that means anything, X-ray, CT, ultrasound, nuclear medicine. And you can go in there and join and be part of it. There's lots of students in there. We have over 800 people. There are resources, people dropping job opportunities in there. There's a lot of stuff in there. So join us. If you are interested, just DM me or Lynn on Instagram. Email us at sonographersinthecities@gmail.com and we can get you guys in there. But the first person was JJM, and they said, I love ultrasound because you're always learning and there is never a dull moment.
Oh, that is true. Every day's a
Never
new
dull.
day. Never dull. You will never get bored. So the next person, we're saying names, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. Shout out, shout out.
Yes.
Becca
Becca
Pop.
Pop. I love that. You never know the kind of people you meet and you get to hear their stories. One-on-one patient care. Definitely true.
Mm-hmm.
You will meet lots of people.
It is one-on-one too. It's you get lots of learning lessons. The next one is from Ruthie V. It's a job that I can do that will give back to others. Smiley face. Wish I can say more about this. Doesn't fit. See? That's like I know that you guys would say way more things. So thank you, Ruthie.
And the next one is, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna say this wrong. Jada Moses.
Maybe
Jada Moses.
yeah, maybe it's Jada Moses.
Jada. Jada Moses. I am so sorry. Thank you so much for responding.
Yeah.
They said because every day is different and every day I'm helping people's lives.
I love that. Every day is different, you guys, truly. Gabrielle Duclo. So she said, I love how specialized it is. Almost no one else in the hospital can do it / read it. This is 100% correct.
Definitely. Jess, BLL. My mom passed away when I was a kid from CV incident. It's a passion for me. Was so sorry to hear that.
So sorry to hear that. They said it's a passion.
Yes.
For me. So, I mean, that
I
says
love
a
that
lot.
word, passion.
Yeah,
Yes.
that says a lot. It's not even just because like there's a
Yes.
passion and a reason.
Mhm.
And so like how our whole episode, that's gonna help push them through everything.
Right. And for me, like personally, I totally relate to this, like with the passion for ultrasound, you know, like so those who have followed me, you know, the reason I went into ultrasound because of my dad who passed away from cancer. So that is also a passion for me too, because of that. And it's also my why. So
yeah,
kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah. It's like everyone has a story and everyone can relate. And if those of you don't know, CV is cardiovascular. So cardiovascular incident is what had happened. Sono Eyes Ultrasound said, I'm always learning. Ultrasound is never boring to me.
That is very true. And I'm sure she's been doing it for so long.
She is so smart and she's always learning. So you guys, that goes to show, because even the next person is ultrasound whisperer, and that's Haley. She's also been doing this for a very long time. I met her in person at the AIUM conference, and she said, "Oh, good question, because I'm learning something new every day." So just to know that those two have been doing this for so long and they are still learning, that's amazing. So you guys can't bring yourselves down because you will be learning forever.
JME Kanina. I love being able to help others. A huge bonus is the amazing community of sonographers. Yes, that is the biggest bonus that we have. Our community is so supportive, so welcoming, friendly. Like we're, you know, when we hear anyone or seeing on social media another new ultrasound page, I was like, oh, another new up and coming sonographer or already a sonographer. You know, it's an amazing community.
Yeah, I feel like it's because we understand each other and we know.
Yes, we have our own language.
Yeah, we do. And it's so cool. Our eyes are all trained to see things And yet we
Mhm.
all see things differently. And that's why my Discord channel is called Same Life, Different Frequencies, because
I love that.
if you don't know, ultrasound has to do with high frequency waves. And we all have the same life. I mean, we're all trying to get through life. We're all trying to live life. We all do ultrasound, but we're on different wavelengths, different
Mhm.
frequencies. We're all different in our own unique ways. So I love our community. The next one's from Natalie Abney. She's also a big part of our community, and she said she loves being a huge part of diagnosing patients, which is the same as Lynn.
Yes. Okay. Love OB ultrasound says because it's a continuous learning journey. So we're seeing a pattern here with ultrasound and
Yes.
sonography.
Yes. And if you get
Learning.
like a lot of these people too, if you go to their pages, they are big, big advocates for teaching. So if you go to these pages, they have a lot of great content on their pages to teach other people about ultrasound, and they are still continuously
Learning.
learning.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to learn for the rest of your life, don't go into this field.
Right.
Uh, the next one is from LP Sonography. She said, I
Leah.
love supporting mamas on their best days and worst
Oh,
days and seeing rainbow babies. I love that.
that's awesome. Just background her, she does MFM, I believe.
Yeah. OB stuff.
So
Definitely.
I love that for her.
Yeah. I see all her posts too, and I'm like, "Ugh, I'm so jealous. She just loves it." That's how
I
I was feeling
know.
before. Like, I want to get to that place again, And here we
You'll get
are.
there. We will get there. We will get you there.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll go to the next page. Are we on the next page now? Okay.
Last one.
That's your turn.
Okay. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Doppler Diaries says if there's something wrong with my patient, I want to be the first to find it.
Ooh, it's like a game.
Ooh, yes. Doing
What?
ultrasound is like being it's like being a detective, you
Yeah.
investigate. Like I said before, like one of my reasons, patient comes in and they
Mm.
have symptoms, those are the clues, and then you come in, you scan, and you find the reason.
Yeah. I remember this specifically was one of the I guess you could say senior sonographers that I
Mhm,
had. She doesn't work here anymore, but back in the day, I was learning how to do pyloric stenosis exams, which is a really difficult exam on babies.
mhm,
And I had the hardest time with them. I struggled, struggled, struggled. I used to stay away from them, but now I love them. And I remember she told me, treat it like a game. Once you find the pylorus, that's like you winning the game. Like so
mhm.
exciting. And yeah, I remember her saying that. And now I just love it. Every time I find it, I'm like, yes, I love finding things on
Me
ultrasound. I
too.
mean, it's not good for the patient, but it's like I love being able to like,
But for
oh,
us to get that like critical finding,
yeah.
it's like, yes, we won the game.
That's kind of like the hard thing. For I've seen people have said like, I love finding things, but in order to find things, like something has to be there.
Right.
So, it's tough, but it's like that's part of our job. We are there to
Mhm.
help the patients.
Right.
The next one is from Ronique Elizabeth M. So much to see and learn. No one case is like the other. Every day is something new. Yes. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what scan you're going to get. You never know what kind of patient you're going to meet.
Nope.
It's never the same. It's always different.
Ali Sono for Life says, I love that ultrasound is versatile. I have always wanted to help people feel better.
Yeah. It is versatile. There's so
That's
much to
sweet.
do. So much to do. People are so shocked when we are not scanning for babies,
Mm-hmm.
even like procedures.
Right.
I didn't really know about procedures back in the day because I didn't do my research, but you
Well,
guys
I
are
didn't
doing
learn
research.
about procedures. So imagine my surprise when I walked into clinicals and all these procedures. I'm like, okay. Guess I'll learn now.
Yeah. Those are reasons why people love ultrasound. And we appreciate you guys for sharing why you love ultrasound and for
Thank
all of
you.
you guys being part of today's episode. Thank you, Lynn, for all that you do.
Thank you, Giselle, for everything that you do for our
Oh,
community.
thank you very
And
much.
thank you for reloving ultrasound with us.
Yeah, I'm just so, it's that one thing where like you're doing content and you're like, is this even like, are people even listening? Or are people even
Right.
watching? I think I
Mm-hmm.
was getting a lot of that feeling last year.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I had so much stress and anxiety when it came to like other things. I have to get back to normal, normal, I
We'll
guess you could say
see.
like normalcy of like life. And
Yeah.
yeah, trying to stress less and trying to be there more for you guys. So I appreciate you. You're gonna probably see more things. I just have to get that out of my head that I'm like not annoying people. Because sometimes I feel like I feel like I'm annoying
No,
people.
I feel that too. I feel that too. I'm like, I hope I'm not bothering or annoying them.
So hopefully if you guys made it this far, please let us know that we are trying to get through all these humps in the road and we are still here. We love all your comments. We love seeing that stuff. That's what drives us. So please comment down below. Please send us messages. I do see a lot of growth in our podcast. We are one of the top lists of healthcare, I believe, like whatever category we're in, we're one of the top ones. I remember getting that.
Yes.
And we appreciate you guys. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, please rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, rate us 5 stars, leave your reviews. We do read them. We do appreciate you guys taking the time to do that, to tuning into our very chaotic and fun
Yeah.
episodes. And stay tuned for next one because the next one will be epic.
Yeah. I hope you guys are ready for that one. And
That's a special one.
yeah, it's our special one. I have a new video coming out that's a day in the life of a sonographer. I haven't done one of those in a long time. So we've got some special things coming for you. We appreciate you guys. We love ultrasound and we love you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.